I'm here with Thomas Goines, head coach of the Cougar women's soccer team. Today, looking back on the season, and let's start with the final game this past Tuesday. A tough 1-0 loss to Dominican. Thomas, there was a lot riding on the line for Dominican, and the Cougars did a good job of trying to play spoiler, but unfortunately it came down to a late goal by the Stars.
Yeah, I mean, Dominican obviously is playing for a home game in the playoffs, and that's a big deal for any team. And obviously our season had kind of closed prior to that, so it was a good match. And anytime you play Dominican, you'd expect a quality team, and they were. And it kind of just boiled down to we didn't finish our chances, and they did. We gave ourselves 3 to 5 really good chances to put in the net, and they took one of their opportunities, and that's what happens when two good teams play. So the energy was right, the level was right, the ball just went in the net for them, and you got to give them credit. They've had a good season, and best of luck as they continue in the playoffs.
All right. Looking back at this 11-win season, which was second most in team history, overall, certainly a good season. We had some offensive team records set by this year's group. And obviously, at the same time, I'm sure it's a little disappointing, especially when you probably consider that there were 2, maybe 3 games during the course of the season. If the Cougars could have gotten a result, maybe even out of just one of those, things could have been completely different.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those kind of weird seasons where you're excited about all the records are set, and anytime you win double-digit wins, it's a good year. You put yourself in a pretty high class as far as overall Division III, so we're always excited about that. But you're certainly right. We feel like maybe we left something on the table this time around, but when you have a young group like we had, they've taken the lessons they've learned all year, and they have to move those into the postseason now. And every season's an opportunity to grow a little bit. And there were certainly some matches we'd love to have a few minutes back in, but you can't have those, and hopefully we take those lessons going into the next year and really grow from them and play for full 90 minutes in every match. And certainly this team got to that level by the end of the season, just it took them a little too long to learn those lessons, and that's the nature of sport.
As you and all the returning players start to think about next year, what are some of the things that you just look at in terms of just making that next step? I mean, we already know that there wasn't a whole lot of room between not making the tournament and making the tournament. How do you prepare this team to take that next step?
I think the challenge is going to be the mental challenge for this group. I mean, technically, tactically, this is probably the best group that's been around. They play some of the best soccer, at least in my tenure here, that we've seen. And that's certainly just talent-wise we're excited for. But really the challenge for them is to be mentally keyed in and take the challenges that come with having to commit to an off-season program, becoming bigger, faster, stronger, but also developing that mental toughness that comes with grinding through workouts and off-season training. And that's really what's going to be the difference. And if there was a difference from this year to previous years, it was this year's group behaved a little bit more like a young team than any other group before it, where the other groups fought and just maybe had a lesser skill. They just fought. And I think that's really the difference from making the tournament to not. It's can you mentally stay keyed in along with the development you have tactically and technically. And that's going to be the challenge for this group, and that's going to be our focus in the off-season, is developing mental toughness and becoming just a stronger, faster team. And if we can do those things, we should be, again, in that playoff picture. But as we said, beginning of this year and beginning of previous years, there's really 4 or 5 teams that are fighting for three to 4 spots every year. And it's a fight, and we have to be ready to fight those teams and win the games we need to win.
All right, and finally, Thomas, you actually held your team's senior day about 3 weeks ago, but now that this last game has come and gone, could you talk about your 4 seniors and the legacy that they leave behind?
This is a special class to me. They're my first freshman class. They're the first ones to go through, and it's one of those cliches to say I'll never forget them, but that's the God's honest truth. This is a class in my coaching career, I don't think I'm going to forget. And they've seen this program from the lowest of lows to where it's currently at, and challenging against regionally ranked opponents and playing very good soccer. And that's a testament to what they've done. 4 consecutive 10-win seasons or more, records upon records broken. It's really taken the program from the bottom to where, cliche song, right? Now we're where we're at, and we're going to hopefully continue to grow. Each girl has had a huge part in that. Annie and Haley came in, and they've really just been a force defensively, physically, but also just off the field. As much as they're terrorizing and physically dominating on the field, they're just as big as hearts and care for their teammates just as much off the field. And those two things have made this team grow and continue to move forward. Elise is pretty much the model of what we want every CUC soccer player to be. Amazing academic standards. She fought for every minute she had all the way to her senior year, and she earned starting roles. And it took her 4 years to get into that moment, but she took her time, and by the time she got to senior year, she was competitive against everyone she faced in conference. And we're proud of what she's done. And then obviously, athletically and I guess accolades-wise, you end with Callie. Callie's had a phenomenal season positionally. She took on a hard role as a freshman, starting pretty much every game as a goalie. And it's hard to have a freshman goalie start, and you expect kind of some oopses along the way, but she really embraced the role and has become a team leader pretty much from day one since she was a freshman. And she's been a 2-year captain and owns every record you want to have as a goalkeeper, and none of the ones she doesn't want to have. So if you played as many games in goal, for her not to be the leader in goals against or saves over the course of 4 years is absolutely amazing. So we're proud of her, and whoever steps in and wins that role next year is going to have very big shoes to fill, because that position has been one of the highest standards in my mind in conference. And then ultimately the next person up has to keep that same standard.
All right. Thomas, I'd like to thank you for your time every week throughout the season, and wish you the best of luck for a good recruiting off-season, and certainly look forward to talking to you again when we get to next fall.
Thank you.